Before we get into the video, I need you guys to do me a favour. Number 1, like the video. Also comment, let me know your thoughts on the story. 42-year-old James Ireland from Warrington is currently in the midst of the case of his life, battling for his freedom. On the evening of December 22nd of last year, James Ireland had downed a few cans of Budweiser. He was feeling good, merry even. Now wanting to continue that buzz, he picked up some cash and his keys and then had the intention to venture to his local shops. On his way there, James had seen an acquaintance, 31-year-old Billy Moore. The two had known each other, enough that they could hold a conversation, and they had been invited to each other's houses. Now Billy Moore and James Ireland exchanged pleasantries, such as "How's it going, mate?" and "Are things good?" They then embraced for a brief hug before James continued on his walk. Now James then saw his 14-year-old daughter and their 12-year-old cousin on Gerard Avenue. The daughter and the cousin were dishevelled, and they seemed like something had happened. They explained to James that a man had attempted to grab them. The daughter and the cousin then described someone that looked exactly like Billy Moore. Of course, they then all marched to Billy Moore's house and demanded answers. According to James, he knocked on the door and Billy answered. They exchanged a few words before Billy then thumped him on the shoulder, then grabbed him by his throat, squeezing with enough force to block oxygen for an approximate time of roughly 30 seconds. James then noticed that Billy had a blade tucked in his waistband of his trousers. In desperation, James explained that he grabbed the blade and then began to swipe in all directions. The blade connected with Billy's face, throat and chest. Now that James was free, he then went back home. On his way home, he downed 2 more cans. So, James then gave the coat that he was wearing on the evening to his ex-partner and asked her to wash the coat. Now, it is worth mentioning that according to James, when he left, Billy was okay, even enough to say, wait until tomorrow. Now, in the aftermath of the incident, James had texted a neighbour asking if the police had come. He'd also messaged his daughter asking her if her mum had washed the coat. The daughter messaged back saying that the police had been round, and shortly before 3:30 a.m, James messaged his daughter to say, "See you in 20 years. Now, James spent the early hours of that morning on the field behind his house, and of course he was soon detained. As for Billy Moore, he suffered 12 injuries, and of course it proved fatal. Now, according to James Ireland, he says he acted in self-defence. The question is, what do you believe? Let me know in the comments. Stay safe.